Maybe today he did. I mean, I must admit, today he probably did. It's not the idea. The idea is to use Hodge. I mean, so far I think our strategy has been pretty good in the sense that we have specific roles for guys. Hodge is designated as a sort of finisher or guy who gets us home under pressure because he has the experience, and also the kind of guy who will get us to that 20 get us to that score that we need. So that's the kind of role that he's been designated with. But yes, I think today maybe when you look at the resources that we had, Hodge and Cooper, maybe they came in a little later. But that can happen sometimes. I think Ashok's a really talented kid. He's a very good player. He's going to be a good player. It's just that maybe today they bowled well. I think you have to sometimes give credit to where it's due, and I thought Chennai bowled really well today. The idea also was that Chennai had two left-arm spinners. They had Jadeja and they had Jakati on a track that was slow and turning. We thought we could keep the left-right combination going for a bit and hope that Ashok might be able to clear the boundary a couple of times. It didn't pan out probably as well as we would have liked. But I think the lessons that we learned from it and things that we can take out of this game. I think it sort of missed out there in the middle there in the sense that I thought the spinner bowled really well. They choked us, controlled the game. I thought Ashwin and Jakati bowled really well today, and then Kulasekara bowled well in the death. We were short of that one more big over. I'd say one or two big overs. I thought 160 would have been a very good score on this wicket. I think I would have taken 160. So we were just short maybe 15 runs, and like I said earlier, maybe just a couple of hits here there. We just didn't get those hits, and that can happen, and that's it's partly down to also sometimes it's not that they're not trying. I mean, the guys were trying to hit shots. It's not that we're just nerdling it around. I think it was brilliant today again as usual. Ashok tried his best, but I think it was a combination of some good bowling and maybe just that one big over that we just missed out on. I think I had to be confident. I had no choice. In the sense that I wanted to drag the game. I wanted to bowl my full-time bowlers and drag the game till the last over and back. And hope that somebody panics or somebody freezes. You had to bowl Cooper and Amit Singh, who are your main bowlers, up in the earlier on because we want a lot of runs to play with. So I was hoping that maybe Cooper could pick up a wicket, maybe get Dhoni out, put a bit of pressure on. Put a bit of pressure on one of them, could make a couple of mistakes, and almost worked out in the end. I think it was a credit to Stewie. I think he came in and under pressure bowled a terrific over. And credit to the team. I think for a young team that's not got a lot of big names and a lot of young kids on our side. I think we've been fighting very hard. I think we were, like I said, we probably left them 15-20 runs short in terms of as a batting unit we should have got that. I wish we had a lot of resources there. No, I mean I don't mean that. I think we've got to back the guys we have. We have a small squad. We have these are the players that we have. It's not that we have some lots of India bowlers sitting on benches in other teams. It's not that we have that. We're trying to make the players that we have learn and improve and getting better. Namit's been a very good bowler for us last year in the death. This year, the last 2 or 3 games, he has struggled a little bit. But I think he'll learn from that. He'll keep improving. It's up to us now to how we can help him and how we can talk to him about some of the deliveries that he's bowling. What is he executing? Why is it going wrong? We'll just have to, I think we've got what we've got here. We've got to make the best of it, and we've got to make them better. That's simple as that. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, we didn't get that big over, and maybe Kulasekara was bowling in the death, bowled those 2 overs really well, where we didn't get that big over. Maybe one of his overs, if we had capitalized, we had the players to do it. It's not that we didn't have, we had 2 set batsmen at that stage. We had Hodge who came in and tried to hit. So I think you got to give him credit as well. I thought he bowled well today, but yeah, so it is a case of Sonia yet so far, but there's a lot of positive take from the fighting spirit that we've shown right through this tournament, and I think we'll bat better. I have no doubt that the kind of batting we have, we are going to bat better than we did today, and hopefully if we can keep bowling like we are and showing the same intensity on the field, then I think we will surprise some of the big teams. A 160 score would have been I think a great game. They would have probably played it differently as well. They would have had to be a bit more positive. Maybe we might have taken wickets. Maybe they might have got 160 as well. I'm not saying they wouldn't have got it, but but I think I like sometimes playing on wickets like this, rather than just having wickets where 180, 190, 200 is scored easily, or tracks that are turning square and 120, 130 is a good score. So I think 160 is a good wicket. Look, I mean, I'm a big believer that you're as good as your team. The team's doing well. they're trying their best, and you're as good as your team, and they're giving me. They've been performing really well, and that's why I'm looking up. You can have all the strategy you want, set all the fields you want, and if somebody bowls a rank half volley or bowls a short ball, and there's nothing much you can do. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying working with some of these young boys and trying to get the best out of them. I think that's a great challenge for me here at Rajasthan, because we probably don't have a lot of big names, but it's good fun. It's a lot of young kids there. It's a lot that gives me a chance to share some of the knowledge. We're using people like Hodge and Hogg to pass on some of their knowledge to a lot of our younger kids, and they're learning. And I'm hoping that we've seen already the improvement in people like Ajinkya Rahane. He was with us for a year. Ashok Mineria is another one who I think is going to keep improving as a player. Stewie Binney showed today he can be good under pressure. We haven't seen him bat. He's been batting really well. Sid's bowling well as well. So there's a lot of guys. You won't probably name these guys as superstars, and but they're performing above their potential, and that's all as we can ask for. And that's all I can ask for as a captain.